All right, you all may be seated. There we go. Welcome to our War Remembrance Ceremony. Today we welcome our veterans as we come together for a very important ceremony. Memorial Day honors the men and women who have sacrificed their lives, freedoms, so that we can live safely in this great country. Today we honor and thank the veterans and new recruits who will be here today for their sacrifice, bravery, dedication to the United States of America. Next up, we have our Boy Scouts who will present the colors of our nation. Please rise. Next, we have our chorus, which will sing our national anthem.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. O'er the land of the free, and the home of the
Up next, we have our preschoolers who are celebrating their preschool graduation with us to sing us a song. Great job, guys, and congratulations on your preschool graduation. Next, I would like to introduce Senior Kelsey Murphy, who would like to say a few words.
Hello, good morning. I am deeply honored to stand before all of you today and speak about our nation's finest men and women. Today, as we enter Memorial Day weekend, we take a moment to reflect and praise on the actions of a few that are the sole reasons which we all live so freely today. We take this day to honor the fallen and thank the living. To my left and my right, we have our nation's bravest, some of the greatest men and women that you will ever come to meet. They are part of a very small and very selfless group of citizens who have taken an oath that has no promise of outcome or return home. Their hearts are filled with courage, commitment, integrity, and compassion. These people are indisputably heroes. When I was trying to figure out what to say, I struggled to find the words that would accurately express my gratitude. How could one thank people who voluntarily answered the call of our nation and accepted the inherent risks that accompany it in a few-minute speech? As I pondered for the right words, I encountered a poem entitled Freedom by an unknown author. It left me touched and appeared perfect to share. It goes, "To all soldiers, past and present, God bless. Glory to the American flag, long may she wave. So many have been covered with her when they have gone to their grave. So many of us have taken for granted that our freedom will always be. We tend to forget those who have kept that right for you and for me. A soldier will stand and fight all night to keep us from harm, while some of us sit at home and refuse to lift an arm. Some sit around and complain all day how wrong this war must be, while a soldier pushes that aside to continue to fight for you and me. Some sit around and complain about the food they're going to eat, while a soldier works straight through, hungry and weary on his feet. While you sit around and complain about what you have or where you live, remember a soldier somewhere for you is about to give. A soldier stands tall and proud, ready for the fight. We must stand strong behind them through their hard and arduous plight. As we enter this holiday weekend, I ask that you remember the true reason. I ask that you put aside the barbecues. I ask that you put aside the deals and put aside the sales. I ask that you put aside this day as a day which you open your pool. I ask that you reflect on the sacrifices that our United States soldiers have made for you and for me. I ask that you stand proud and tall, wearing the red, white, and blue. I ask that you recognize that Old Glory only waves freely because somebody gave everything up for me and you. I ask that we not forget these individuals, these true heroes, and that we let them live forever in our minds and especially in our hearts.
Next, I would like to introduce Tom Kilroy and Amanda Gerald to read the names of the veterans and West Milford High School students who are set to enlist into the armed forces.
Good morning and welcome. Today we would like to recognize and thank the veterans and active servicemen and women standing to the left and right of us. They have given selflessly of their time in service to our country. We would like each to stand to be recognized as we read their names.
United States Army. Ron DeGraff, uncle of Kyle Milne, Corporal, Vietnam. Art Hansen, grandfather of Elias Hansen, Staff Sergeant, Army, World War II, Korea. Rudy Haas, Sergeant First Class, War on Terror. Barry Hazen, served in the 41st Signal Corps during the Korean War. Bob Henry, father of 4 WMHS graduates, coach and member of the WMHS Hall of Fame Committee, Specialist 5, Korea and stateside rotation. Bill Johnson, captain and current commander of the VFW post, 7198, Vietnam. Richard Kimball, grandfather of Josie Agliano, Chief Warrant Officer, Vietnam. Mr. Kimball has also served in the National Guard. Patrick Lockman, Sergeant E5, Vietnam. Ed Oliaro, father of 3 WMHS graduates, Corporal, Korea. Herbert Sands, father of 3 WMHS graduates, Specialist 4, Vietnam. John Trojanowski, Vietnam. Paul Wheelhauer, father of 3 WMHS graduates, Sergeant, Vietnam era. Travis Wilson, Sergeant, WMHS recruiter.
United States Marine Corps. Ian Burnside, Sergeant, West Milford High School recruiter. Tom Connors, West Milford Police Officer, Sergeant, Iraq. United States Navy. Lauren Girardin, West Milford High School graduate. John Mishkoff, uncle of Miss Petrosillo and grandfather of Francesco Petrosillo. United States Air Force. Charles Gill, grandfather of Sam Loretano, Sergeant, Vietnam, Taiwan, and Thailand. Robert Menier, grandfather of Amber and Miles Menier. Mr. Menier was also a member of the New York Air National Guard. Robert Mishkop, father of Miss Petrosillo and grandfather of Francesco Petrosillo, served in Thailand during the Vietnam War. Miss Petrosillo's mother, Eileen Mishkoff, has also joined us here today. Miss Mishkoff is the president of the Wanacue VFW Women's Auxiliary. We are indebted to you for your service. Please join us in a big round of applause to thank the veterans and active personnel here with us today.
We would now like to recognize our current WMHS seniors that we know of who plan to commit to military service after graduation. We would like each student to stand for recognition when their name is read. Noah Anderson, Marines. Joseph Apfelbaum, Navy. Matthew Hoffman, Army or ROTC. Sean Kuhn, Marines. Evan LeMay, Marines. Evelina Meisja, Army or ROTC. Jessica Maldonado, Marines. Riley McCullough, Marines. Hunter Muth, Navy. Jake Santangelo, Marines.
We would also like to recognize veterans and active personnel from our school and community who were not able to travel here today. Please hold your applause until the end of the list. Colin Baird, West Milford High School graduate, Army National Guard. Terry Blith, brother-in-law of Brandon Hascup, Army. Matthew Brotherton, West Milford High School graduate, Navy. Mark Camp, West Milford High School recruiter, Marines. Kevin Canova, West Milford High School graduate and West Milford police officer, Army, Sergeant, Afghanistan. April Kavanagh, Air Force. Bruce Casbaro, high school staff member, Army. Alexander Certismo, son of Senior Certismo, Air Force. Chase Soprano, 2018 West Milford High School graduate, Army. Warren Congleton, Army. Donald Connors, West Milford class of 1999, Army. Joseph Connors, West Milford class of 2005, Navy. William F. Cook, grandfather of Miss Petrosillo, Navy. Melody Cremeni, 2018 West Milford High School graduate, Air Force. Jeremy Crencio, West Milford recruiter and West Milford High School graduate, Marines. Kevin Diamond, son of Miss Diamond and West Milford High School graduate, Sergeant, Army. Danielle Dreyer, 2018 West Milford High School graduate, Army, ROTC. Joshua F. Lemiades, West Milford High School graduate and recruiter, Army. Sharon Einbinder, West Milford High School graduate, Chief Warrant Officer, Marines, Iraq. Donald Fantasia, West Milford Police Officer, Army. David Fredrickson, West Milford graduate and father of Senior Amanda Fredrickson, Army Reserve. Richard Fredrickson, uncle of Senior Amanda Fredrickson, West Point, Army. Kevin Godomsky, brother of Jack Godomsky, Marines. Robert Gorney, West Milford High School graduate, U.S. Marine Corps. Fred Gould, Sergeant, Army, Vietnam. Francesco Granada, West Milford High School graduate, Marine Corps. William Granada, West Milford High School graduate, Marine Corps. Eric Hernandez, West Milford High School graduate, Marine Corps. Matthew Huser, West Milford High School graduate, Marine Corps. Nicholas Hoffman, West Milford High School graduate, Marine Corps Reserves. Austin Hopler, West Milford High School graduate and brother of Anthony Hopler, Marines. Robert Hopper, E6, Army, Vietnam. Brandon Jans, West Milford High School graduate and brother of Danny Jans, Marines. Gus Jordan, father of Mr. Jordan, Air Force. David Common, uncle of Elias Hansen, Army. Robert Kolowick, West Milford Police, E4, Navy. Donovan LeMay, West Milford High School graduate, Army. Nick Lisa, West Milford High School graduate, Marines. Brandon Little, West Milford High School graduate, Army Reserves. Bob Allwood, father of two West Milford High School graduates and commander of the American Legion Post, Spec 5, Germany, Vietnam. Tom Connors, West Milford Police Officer Sergeant, Iraq. Herbert Munch, Sergeant, Vietnam. Rich Valent, Vietnam.
Greg Lucarelli, West Milford High School graduate and uncle of Dan Lucarelli, Marines and Army. Chris Major, West Milford High School graduate, Marine Corps. Julio Maldonado Martinez, Marine Corps. Rocco Mazzacoli, West Milford High School graduate, Army. Henry McCormick, Specialist 4th Class, Vietnam. Jim McMahon, West Milford Police Officer. Nicholas Megna, West Milford High School graduate, Marine Corps. Herbert Munch, Marines, Vietnam. Andrew Murphy, 2009 West Milford High School graduate, National Guard. Ed Murphy, Navy. Ed Nolan, Army, Korea. Michael D. Nowacki, West Milford High School graduate, Marine Corps. Chip O'Reilly, Middle East, Air Force. Michael Anembo, West Milford Police Officer, Army, Iraq. Christian Ormack, West Milford recruiter, Army National Guard. Andrew Petrucelli, West Milford Police Officer, Army. Jerry Plunkett, Army. Raymond Pry, father-in-law of Miss Pry, Army. Wayne Riker, retired high school custodian, Air Force and National Guard. Christian Rolando, 2018 West Milford High School graduate, Army. Peter Sacco, Army, Specialist E5, Vietnam. Denise Severini, 2018 West Milford High School graduate, Army. Nicholas Snook, West Milford Police Officer, Army. Anthony Stabile, West Milford High School graduate, Norwich University, Air Force ROTC cadet. Ross Stewart, Specialist 4, Army, Vietnam. Timothy Storbeck, West Milford Chief of Police, Navy. Jennifer Thorne, West Milford High School graduate, Air Force. Damian Van Riper, West Milford High School graduate, Marine Corps. Andrew Vigorita, West Milford High School graduate, Air Force.
At this time, we would like to remember and honor the military veterans from our community who have passed away. Leroy Coombs, relative of Amber and Miles Minier, Army, World War II. Larry Fredrickson, grandfather of Amanda Fredrickson, Specialist 4, Germany. Jack Casper, Army and Marine Corps. John Mishkoff, grandfather of Miss Petrosillo, Navy. Michael J. Nowacki, uncle of Jennifer Nowacki, Navy, Seaman, Vietnam. Michael M. Nowacki, grandfather of Jennifer Nowacki, Navy, Chief Petty Officer, World War II, and reservist in Korea and Vietnam. Robert Minier, Sr., great-grandfather of Amber and Miles Minier, Navy, World War II.
Finally, we would like to recognize those servicemen from our community who made the ultimate sacrifice and gave their lives in service to our country. Please listen respectfully to the names, then join us in a moment of silence. Jason Butkus, West Milford High School graduate, Staff Sergeant, Army, killed in action in Iraq in 2007. Eric Hernandez, Sergeant, Army, killed in action in Iraq in 2007. Lawrence Cockler, Field Commission, Special Forces, Army, killed in action in Vietnam. Ali Westphal, relative of Amber and Miles Minier, Army Air Corps, World War II. Brian Perello, Lance Corporal, Marines, killed in action in the conflict in Iraq in 2005. Some of Brian's family members are here today to honor his memory. Please welcome Mr. Nino Perello and Miss Shirley Perello, Brian's parents, as well as his aunt, Miss Patricia Reich, and his cousins Caitlin and William. Please join us in a moment of silence. Thank you.
I'd like to call up VFW Commander Bill Johnson and Herbert Sands to do the presentation of the wreaths for those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. At this time, I would like to thank all those who worked so hard to put this day together. Mrs. Metcalf, Mrs. Changato, Mrs. Pry, Mrs. Johnson, Mr. Bialkin, Mr. Jordan and the TV science students, Mrs. Burns on lighting and audio crew, and I would also like to thank our veterans for all their service and sacrifice, and please give them one more round of applause. And lastly, I would like to thank all of you Highlanders for always doing the right thing and being such a great audience and doing an outstanding job this year. So thank you very much. You may all return to your Period 2 class. Thank you.